Trump is now threatening a 25% tariff on India, which is very punitive. By now, it might even be in effect. It's enough to wipe away any margins and really wreck exporters in a worst case scenario. And yes, he's also tying India's purchases of Russian oil into the mess as well. So the 25% is the baseline, and the situation could spiral out of control with secondary tariffs on Russian trading partners. In all likelihood, this is another shakedown. Since the G7 has folded, there's nothing left to squeeze. Trump is now looking eastwards. He wants the shakedown BRICS, and he's starting with India. We can already visualize the plan. He wants the Indias most probably to buy Boeing planes and probably cut trade with China and buy US energy. He can't wait to replace Russian oil with expensive US crude. The damage to India will be immediate, and the US will be piling on even more stress to their own economy. India's biggest exports to the US are not critical goods, which makes things a little dicey for them. 28% of gemstone exports, 45% of diamonds, and 35% of Indian rocks heads to the US. Because all these are discretionary products, you can live without them, consumers can technically go without them. So a 25% tariff could be enough to drop demand in a very significant way. India's diamond industry will take a hit. But if we look at India's biggest exports to the US, such as pharmaceuticals, smartphones, and electronics and apparel, the amount is huge. Around $26 billion of direct consumer products will get hammered. Now, Trump is basically using the US consumer as a bargaining chip on the poker table. He's hoping for India to flinch and take a step back. Look, he just wants to sell more Boeing planes at this point. And the real threat, the actual problem, is the punishments for buying Russian oil. India is being used as a test case. They've been buying almost 2 million barrels a day from suppliers in Russia. And India's exposure to Russian oil is real. Over 50% of Russian shipments are headed to Indian refiners. And they're probably enjoying anywhere from 10, 20, some even say 30% discount off the benchmark. And you can't blame them. Thanks to the tariff war, everyone needs to keep their energy costs low. Just like how China exports goods deflation, Russia is exporting energy deflation. This is why Trump is starting with India. He desperately wants to choke off Russian crude revenues. And if India falls, if they step back, then so will the rest of BRICS and other buyers. At least that's what he thinks.